Welcome to Learn English Smartly. Today's story will touch your heart. It is a story of pain, hope, and success. It is easy to understand, and you will enjoy every word. Now listen carefully and feel every moment. Once, in a small village in Bangladesh, there lived a poor boy named Rafiq. He was only 7 years old, but his eyes were full of dreams. He wore old clothes. His shoes had holes. He had no books, no toys, and sometimes not even food. But Rafiq had something very special: hope. He lived with his mother and younger sister in a small mud house. His father died when Rafiq was only 3. Since then, his mother worked hard every day. She washed clothes, cleaned houses, and cooked for rich families. She earned very little, but she never gave up. Rafiq also helped his mother. Before school, he collected firewood. After school, he sold vegetables in the local market. He studied under a tree, using broken pencils and torn pages. Still, he smiled. Still, he dreamed. At night, when the village was dark, Rafiq looked at the stars and said, "One day, I will study hard. I will speak English. I will go to a big city. And one day I will help others like me." He didn't know how, but he believed. Mother: "Rafiq, life is hard now, but if you work hard, your future will be bright." Rafiq, smiling: "Yes, Amma, one day I will be a big man. I will speak in English and everyone will listen." That night, Rafiq made a small notebook from old papers. He wrote one line in big letters: "Never stop dreaming." He read it every day. It gave him strength.
Rafiq loved going to school. It was not a big school. There were only 2 classrooms and no fan. The roof leaked when it rained, but still Rafiq was happy. He sat in the front row, listened to the teacher, and asked many questions. But sometimes Rafiq could not go to school. Why? Because he had to help his mother. Some days there was no money for books or a school bag. One day, his teacher, Mr. Rahman, saw Rafiq standing outside the classroom. "Mr. Rahman, Rafiq, why are you outside?" Rafiq, with his head down: "Sir, I have no money for books today." Mr. Rahman smiled gently. He went inside, came back, and gave Rafiq an old English book. "Mr. Rahman, here, take this. You want to learn. That is more important than money." Rafiq took the book with shaking hands. Tears came to his eyes. "Thank you, sir. I will not waste this," he said. That night, under a dim lamp, Rafiq opened the book. He didn't know all the words, but he tried. Pen, book, apple. He read the same page 5 times. He didn't stop. He believed he could do it. He looked at the stars again and whispered, "One day, I will speak English. Just wait." Rafiq was growing up.
He still helped his mother. He still read books at night. But life was not easy. Sometimes there was no food at home. They ate only rice and salt. His shoes had holes. His clothes were torn. One day, a classmate laughed at him. Why do you wear the same dirty shirt every day? Rafiq stayed silent. He looked down at his feet. He wanted to cry, but he didn't. That night, he sat with his book. He remembered the boy's words. His hands were cold, but his heart was hot with dreams. He whispered to himself, "One day I will wear a nice shirt, but more than that, I will have knowledge. That is more beautiful than any cloth." At school, he started to write small stories, simple stories in English. He wrote about birds, rain, and dreams. His teacher saw his notebook. Mr. Rahman said, "Rafiq, this is very good. You can become a writer or teacher one day." Rafiq smiled. No one had ever told him that. He said, "Sir, I just want to help others one day, like you helped me." That night, Rafiq stood under the open sky. He looked up again. The stars were bright.
He said, "Thank you, God. I will not stop. Even if I fall, I will get back up." His journey was just beginning. Rafiq was now a teenager. He was in class 8. He studied hard. Every day he woke up at 5 a.m. He read under the streetlight outside his house. There was no electricity at home. One day, a man from the village saw him. "Why are you reading here, son?" the man asked. Rafiq said, "Because I have no light at home, but I still want to learn." The man looked surprised. Then he smiled. From that day, the man gave Rafiq an old lamp. It was small, but it worked. Now Rafiq could study at night. He felt happy. He felt like the world was helping him, just a little. At school, Rafiq started to help others. He taught his younger classmates. He explained lessons in easy words. One boy asked, "Why do you help us?" Rafiq said, "Because I know how it feels to be lost. I want to give you a light like someone gave me." His English was getting better. He started speaking in front of the class. He made many mistakes, but he did not stop.
Then he went home, tired, but he still studied at night. Some days he cried. He felt too tired. His eyes were closing. But he said to himself, "One day this hard time will end." In class, he listened carefully. He asked questions. He stayed after school to study extra. One teacher, Mr. Hossein, noticed him. "You are always tired, but never give up. What drives you, Rafiq?" he asked. Rafiq replied, "Sir, I want a better life, not just for me, but for my family." Mr. Hossein smiled. "Then go after it. I will help you." That week, Mr. Hossein gave Rafiq free coaching. Every evening, he taught him English and math. Slowly, Rafiq improved.
He became more confident. He started speaking better English. His writing became clear. One day, he wrote an essay titled, "My Dream is Bigger Than My Pain." The teacher read it aloud in class. Everyone clapped. Rafiq felt something warm inside his heart. For the first time, he felt seen. He felt proud. He said quietly, "I can do this. I will not stop." Rafiq had studied for months. He worked in the tea stall. He studied at night. And he listened in class. Now, the final exam day had come. He walked to school with an old pen, some papers in his pocket, and hope in his heart. The classroom was quiet, only the sound of pens writing. Rafiq's hand shook a little, but he remembered his teacher's words. "You are ready. Believe in yourself." He closed his eyes for 1 second, took a deep breath, and began to write. Each day of exams passed. English, math, science, history. He did his best. He didn't know if he would pass, but he felt proud. He had come this far. That was already a victory. Weeks passed. The result day arrived. He stood near the school notice board. His heart beat fast. His name was there. Next to his name, passed, and a rank in the top 10 students. He could not believe it. Tears came to his eyes. He ran home.
"Ma, I passed! I passed!" His mother hugged him tightly. She cried too. "My son, I always knew. You are my star." His little sister jumped with joy. That night, they ate together with big smiles. There was no meat, just rice and vegetables, but it felt like a feast. From that day, Rafiq had a bigger dream. He wanted to study more. He wanted to speak English fluently. He wanted to tell his story to the world. And he wanted to help others too, especially poor boys like him. After passing his exam, Rafiq's heart was full of hope. But a new dream began to grow in his mind. He wanted to speak English. Not just read it, not just write it, but speak it clearly and confidently. One day, Rafiq saw a man in the tea stall. He was talking to some tourists. He spoke English very well. The tourists smiled. They gave him a big tip. They said, "Thank you. You are very helpful." Rafiq watched in silence. He whispered to himself, "One day, I will speak English like that man." But there was a problem.
Rafiq had no money to go to coaching. He had no mobile phone, no internet, no English teacher at home. Still, he didn't give up. He went to the library. He borrowed a small English book for children. He read it again and again. He read it out loud. "This is a cat. That is a dog. My name is Rafiq. I live in a village." It was simple, but it was a start. In the morning, he worked. At noon, he studied. At night, he read English. Slowly, he started learning new words. He learned hello, thank you, how are you, I am fine, what is your name? And he practiced them every day. Rafiq also began to write his daily diary in English. Like this: Today I went to school. I helped my teacher. I feel happy. Even when he made mistakes, he smiled. He told himself, every mistake is a step forward. One day, a tourist came to the tea stall. The man said, "Can I get some tea?" Everyone looked at each other. No one understood. But Rafiq stepped forward and said, "Yes, please sit. I will bring tea." The tourist smiled. After the tourist left, everyone clapped for Rafiq. His journey was not finished. It had just started. But now he believed more than ever, I will speak English. I will change my life. Now Rafiq was not the same boy as before. He was confident. He could say small English sentences. He could talk to tourists. But he wanted more. One day, he heard about a free English class in the nearby town. It was every Friday. It was for poor students. Rafiq wanted to join, but the town was 8 kilometers away. He had no bicycle, no money for a bus. What did he do? He walked.
Every Friday, he walked 8 kilometers, one way. He left home early in the morning. He came back late at night. His feet hurt. His body was tired. But his heart was strong. In the class, he listened carefully. He asked questions. He practiced new sentences like, "What do you do?" "Where are you from?" "I like to learn English." At first, he was shy. But slowly his voice became stronger. The teacher noticed him. One day, the teacher said, "Rafiq, you are improving fast. I am proud of you." Rafiq smiled. That one sentence gave him so much energy. He started speaking English at home, too. With his little brother. With his mother. He taught them simple words. His mother laughed and said,
I don't understand this English, but I like your face when you speak it. They all laughed. Then something amazing happened. A tourist came to the village again. This time he had a problem. He lost his phone. Rafiq helped him. He took the tourist to the local police station. He translated everything in English and Bengali. The tourist was surprised. He said, "You are very smart. Do you want a job in our company?" Rafiq was shocked. "Me? Really?" The man smiled. "Yes, you can start as a translator. You speak simple and clear English. That is what we need." That night, Rafiq sat under the sky.
He looked at the stars and said, "I started with small steps. Now I can see a big future." Rafiq could not sleep that night. He was excited. He was scared. He was thinking, can I really do this? Can I work in an English company? He looked at his hands. They were small, but they had done big work.
He remembered the rice field. He remembered walking 8 kilometers every Friday. He remembered his first English sentence. The next morning, he told his mother, "Ma, I got a job offer. It's in the city. I will be a translator." His mother's eyes filled with tears, but she smiled. "Go, my son. Go chase your dream. I believe in you." Rafiq hugged her. He felt her love and blessings in his heart. A week later, Rafiq went to the city. It was big. It was noisy. It was new. But Rafiq was not afraid. He had learned how to face new things. At the office, he met people from different countries. They smiled at him. They said, "Hello, Rafiq. Welcome to the team." He said with a smile, "Thank you. I am happy to be here." Rafiq worked hard. He translated. He helped tourists. He wrote simple English for the company website. Every day, he learned new words. He watched English videos at night. He still spoke slowly, but now he spoke with confidence. One day, the company manager called him.
Rafiq, you are doing very well. We want to give you a promotion. Rafiq's eyes widened. Really, sir? Yes, you will now be a team leader. Rafiq couldn't believe it. He went to the bathroom. He looked in the mirror and he said to himself, "You did it, Rafiq. You really did it." A few months later, Rafiq started his own YouTube channel. He called it Learn English Smartly. He spoke in simple English. He told stories like his own. He said, "Hello, friends. I was just like you. I was afraid to speak. But I started with one sentence, and now I help others learn. You can do it too." People all over the country watched him. Young boys and girls followed his story. They said, "If Rafiq can do it, I can too." One day, Rafiq went back to his village. He saw his old school. He saw the same field. He sat down under the same tree, and he smiled.
This is where it all began. My dream, my English journey. And now it's just the beginning. Thank you for listening to my story. If you're learning English, don't stop. Keep listening. Keep speaking. One day, your story will inspire others too. This is Learn English Smartly. See you in the next story.